So we've got oil, a filter, and the hard body. Y'all know what that means. Time for an oil change. Before we actually get started, there's two things I want to show off first. First thing you want to do is take off your oil cap. And the second thing is something that I've learned while working at oil change shops. Put your oil cap right there. So if you for some odd reason forget it and go to close your hood ain't going to close. So it's right there. So you remember to throw it back on. And one thing I just forgot about is that on these trucks with the KAs in them, your oil filter is down in here. I'll show that in a second. But to help you with that, you can either take off your passenger side wheel, or you can just turn them all the way to the right as far as you can. You can tell oil filter is right there. Don't mind the power steering. Every single one of these Frontiers and hard bodies love to leak down here, if you know. If you know, you know. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, starter is right there. I've already replaced that. It has to come out over here or over there if you're able to. And your filter's right here. Pretty easy to grab. It's a little difficult to put on, but after you do these like a dozen times, they get very easy to do in my opinion. So we've got new K&N filter. And before you throw it on there, just recommend to give it a little dab in that old oil. Get the new ring oiled up. So before I throw the drain plug back on, just wanted to say I recommend to replace these plastic crush washers every single oil change. If not, if you run it without one, then you're going to probably do like what I did on this truck and leak oil. Or you might get lucky like on my old Ford Taurus and you might not leak oil. So just sort of depends. I recommend throwing one of these on there anyway. You can get like a pack of like 5 or 10 of them at a parts store for like $5. So it's pretty cheap. It'll last you quite a few oil changes. And yeah, I just recommend to get it. So when you're done with topping off your oil and making sure that it's at the right level by checking the dipstick and whatnot, the next thing you want to do is just start up the vehicle, look underneath it, make sure nothing's leaking. If it is, turn it off immediately and tighten up whatever needs to be tightened up, and then try again. And if it's still leaking, then there's a bigger problem there. But yeah, after you're done, checking that it's not leaking, take it for a quick spin, drive a couple of miles, go to like a empty parking lot, McDonald's parking lot, something like that. And I'd recommend just like look underneath it while it's still running, make sure that it's not leaking then, and then head back home and just keep an eye on it every once in a while. If you don't see any spots in your driveway, or if you don't notice any oil consumption from your dipstick, then you're all good to go. If you notice something like that, then you can have bad seals, bad piston rings, just sort of depends. But yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next video.